Another week, another eventful happening of weird releases, of weird things with E.L.F. We have scammings, we have illegal giveaways this week. We have Trendmood shutting down because she actually got her whole face stuffed with criticism, but we will talk about that. Let's start with the new one. So honestly, this week is probably more about news than about releases. But we're starting with this here with Beaute Bar. So if you missed that storyline, this is honestly, I have no freaking words on this. So basically, I want to summarize this. This is a screenshot from the post of Beaute Bar. You can look it up on their profile on Instagram. They have a whole explanation, but let me try to summarize what has happened. So, Beaute Bar was asked by a Chinese reseller. They go under the name, we have Wenting Hey, Jin Jin, Violet Tracy, Wen Adam, Amog, Lily Makeup Lily, Chi Chi. Basically, it's a lot of names for one and the same shop. But it's okay. I don't know how that works, but here in Germany, I think that is very scammy feeling. But all right, all fine. That shop ordered different pieces for their stocking. So they wanted to resell Beaute Bar through, I think, the Red app and just other Chinese shopping platforms to make it more accessible for the Chinese audience, which is overall absolutely fine. But things completely got out of hand when they all of a sudden started to message Beaute Bar, hey, where is my order of, I think, yeah, Dark Dream Escape was it? And I don't know, something else, Dark Dream Escape. I feel like there was another product, but basically, this shop then started to fake email conversation that they apparently had with Beaute Bar, and at the end made a chargeback on everything, every single transaction that they had, that cost Beaute Bar 48,000 euro of damage, because PayPal now, of course, froze the transaction because this reseller said, I never received the products, although Beaute Bar, in the whole post here, the screenshots, they have proof that this shop has been even selling the stuff that they already shipped out, where they both agreed on. Let me read what Beaute Bar is writing. Dear friends, I have to publicly state something that I regret and that troubles me, and I hope to get everyone's understanding, and I also hope that everyone will pay more attention when shopping. I've been working with a daigou nicknamed Lemon, or in the end of eyeshadow, for a while. After the Dark Dreamscape eyeshadow palette was released, he consulted me about bulk purchases but then stopped replying. I have kept the relevant chat records, see figure 1 to 7. So that's what I mean in the post. There are proof, there are screenshots from WhatsApp, emails, everything. However, recently she suddenly forged a chat history between me and her, claiming that she had ordered 750 Dark Dreamscape from me and falsely claimed that I promised to give priority to her delivery due to her personal economic situation. In fact, we never reached such an agreement and she never paid me any money. You can see the forged records on pictures 7 to 8. I believe that anyone with a discerning eye can see that the person speaking in the picture is not a native English speaker. I tried to communicate with her to clarify the situation, but she not only failed to provide real evidence, but also forced me to deliver the goods and even threatened to hang my brand on the internet if I did not deliver the good. After further conversation, she did not reply and blacklisted my Little Red Book account, and at the same time initiated 5 refund applications with a total price of 48,000 US dollar, which is more than 340,000 yuan, the currency. 3 of the 5 refunds were for products she bought earlier this year. Realm of Fairy, Smoky Glam and Ocean Jewel eyeshadow palettes. My factory has already shipped these orders and I believe most of them have been sold and many buyers have received them. My factory has shipping records from stuff to testify for me. The other 2 orders were for Poison Garden and Unoriginal Nudes eyeshadow palettes, which are still available for pre-order in her store. I have notified the factory to stop preparing for her. In addition, during the Chinese National Day this year, she contacted me and said she could not recharge her PayPal account and hoped that I could help her transfer money to her friends. At that time, I felt it was not appropriate, so I declined, which is also, by the way, in one of the screenshots. Now I have reason to suspect that Lemon has dishonest or even fraudulent behavior. As the manager of a niche brand, I have always believed in honesty is the foundation, cherish every friend from China, and hope to share my proud works with everyone with peace of mind. I have no intention of creating disputes, but only hope to remind everyone to be vigilant, trade cautiously, and avoid unnecessary losses through this explanation. Holy fucking shit, this is 1000 levels of fucked up. So, I think we have to look here at this thing on 2 sides. Number one, the money damage that has this thing caused to Beaute Bar. Number 2, the product damage that, product lost. The mental damage that is done to the Beaute Bar owner, which is just insane. And number 4, the damage that the behavior of this person is doing towards the beauty community, because in the Beaute Bar comments, I'm not freaking out. No, I won't rage today. No. But the people already came in the comments, yeah, that's why you don't shop at Chinese. That's why I don't trust Asians. Oh my god. Shut up your freaking fuck. This is not what this post is about. This could have happened with any other reseller if you're unlucky. There are so many people who try to be just assholes and to scam you in 2025. This is horrifying and scary. This could have happened with a European reseller, with another American reseller. This could have happened with a Mexican reseller. It does not matter. The country at the end here is not important. Important is what Beaute Bar is saying. Keep an eye out on that. Be alerted. Honestly, whenever there is somewhat of a red flag with a shop, even for us as a customer, if there's anything that makes you feel like, this can't be good, don't do it. Just don't fucking do it. And I'm very, very sorry that this has happened to Beaute Bar. I cannot even imagine how much of stress this must cause the owner and the whole brand itself. And I had a little chat with Beaute Bar last week, and I just said that all fingers crossed, all paws crossed here in the household and from the whole community that this is going to be resolved, because $50,000, $48,000, that is a fucking damage to your brand. That can cause a lot of damage. That can be the decision sometimes for a brand to move on or shut down even. And it doesn't matter if you're Beaute Bar, if your brand name is Lethal Cosmetics, Florazes, or if your brand name is Estee Lauder. $50,000 will cause huge damages in every brand. So I don't have an update yet from Beaute Bar. I just hope that this situation gets resolved and that at some point maybe they are updating us and giving us info on how everything went down. Moving on now to an actual makeup release. This is Salt New York. Yeah, just Salt New York and Hannah Louise posted collab. I have to admit, I heard of Salt New York because of their very interesting types of packaging with the leather pouch and the magnetic palettes that you put in there. Pants, not palettes. But I do not like Hannah Louise Poston. That has two reasons. First of all, I'm not into fashion content that she's doing. Plus, there is this one sentence that she's always saying. And I know I'm not alone with that. Let's get into the meat of the video. I can't listen to that sentence. Overall, I actually do like her vibe, and I especially love her voice. It's so calming, and I would love her to read an audiobook for me. But I'm not a fan of her content. But she has an eye for very interesting colors, and I feel like the work that she has been doing in the past years towards olive skin tones, especially pale olive skin tones, has been great. And so, together with Salt New York, they brought out a collection that is catered towards olive skin tones. And I myself, I am not olive at all, but she created grungy, desaturated bronzers and contours, and I am all here for that. They come in 3 different versions, so we have a light, a medium, and a dark one. And look at the pictures here. I picked up the light one. I also watched her video on this and especially looked for the light 4 shades. I haven't seen a single shade here in this quad where I'd be like, I might not like this. Honestly, I see all of them working for me. So it has not been shipped out yet. I immediately ordered when they launched, but it says up to 4 business days. It has been now 5 business days, so we will see. But I'm very curious. I have heard mixed things about Salt New York, saying that their quality is very good, but their products turn fishy very fast. Hopefully it won't, so we will see. They are quite expensive, but you don't have to buy the palette. I bought the whole thing, so the holder, the pouch, and the 4 pans, and that whole set is $84. So it is expensive, yes, but honestly, I am curious. Hannah Louise Poston in her video also showed it the application on the eye with the finger, with the brush, blended out. It looked very nice and easy. So while I may not be a fan of her content, I do like the direction of this. So I'm curious, and I will of course show you the application and swatches once this has landed. Last week we talked about the little accident with Question Beauty that was raised on Reddit because someone received 3 bars of soap because in the shipping warehouse where everything is shipped out, it got mixed up. And this week we're talking about the new chapter 3 palette, The Guardian of the Lagoon. This palette has all shades that I already have 1,000 times, but I really want to have this palette. I really, really, really want to buy this palette because it looks very, very stunning. Look at these swatches. Yes, of course, they are in low light and with special lighting, and they are a little bit enhanced, yes, but they look absolutely stunning. I think this is going to be like actually exactly like this, the jellyfish here looks like. It's dark water, like really, the deeper you go in the ocean, the darker of course it gets because the light from the surface is not coming all the way down, but down there you have these magical creatures, this glowing jellyfish in the depth, in the black of the sea. I totally see the picture, and I really want to create looks with this palette. Let's move on to a brand that I honestly, I know that a lot of people love their stuff. I myself tried their cream blushes this year from Give Me Glow Cosmetics, and I have to admit I decluttered them all. The reason for that is they're not bad, absolutely not. But they're way too much for what they are. They're pure pigment, and while I do like a pigmented blush, even for me, that was too much. Plus, they were just so bulky and picked up a lot of space in my storage. I am though interested in their powder blush palettes. They either are released already or they will release them soon. I'm not up to date with that. That I'm interested in. But this here is an eyeshadow palette. This is the Down to Earth palette, and I am beyond. I am confused by this palette because when I saw this, I immediately thought of Glamlight. I thought this is a new Glamlight palette, not Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This has insane Glamlight vibes. And at the end, this is a all brown and olive palette. I do like the theming of this palette, yes, but I just know that this is not for me. I much rather, if I were you, would go for the Beauty Bay Botanical palette. Just saying. Plus, the thing is, I even unfollowed Give Me Glow Cosmetics because they made a raging post, or like I pee myself post because Michaela Noguera followed them. And honestly, we have 2025. I understand that from a business perspective, this is a thing to be happy about. But your viewers, your customers, and a part of the beauty community at the end decides how successful you're going to be as a brand. Your quality can be outstandingly good. If you are constantly in 2025 doing bullshit, you will not be successful because values of the customers have changed. And as a brand, you have to recognize that too. And not enough time has passed for me to not bring up Mascara Gate every time someone is mentioning Michaela. I am all against the full shaming thing that is going against her body shaming and stuff, because I know that she receives really, really harmful comments. That is just dumb. On the other hand, just don't morph yourself into this figure, because just be your freaking self. Stop using the goddamn filters and I will have much more respect for you. But on the other side, we just know that you cannot trust her reviews because A, of the filters, and B, the mascara advertisement that A, isn't labeled as ad, and B, had falsies included that she denies to this day. So I have mixed feelings about Give Me Glow Cosmetics as a brand. I have strong feelings about this palette because it's just not for me. And I am still on the third side now interested in the blush palettes. Again, I don't know if they're still available. They are quite, or if they are already available, that was right. They are quite, so price-wise, very well priced. Oh, and another reason why I actually decluttered the blushes, the cream blushes, was the shades are not fitting to what you see online. So a couple of these shades I ordered as very cool tone pinks, and they turned so warm on me. So at the end, it was a mix out of the shades are not really right for me and way too pigmented. That one shade, Punk Glam Era, oh, such a pretty deep aubergine shade, but it was so pigmented that I looked bruised. And as we're talking about Trendmood, we have two things here. Number one, what is this? Comments are expecting either makeup or skincare now from Trendmood, but if this is the packaging, I'ma tell you, this is freaking cheap. This all purple and then the logo, I don't know what it is, but for me, it looks quite cheap. And I want to take this post and just talk about the fact that in the past week, Trendmood went private for a couple days, if you missed that. So, why did Trendmood go on private? Well, because oh boy, the opinions, the criticism fired on her like a meteor shower. What happened? Well, Trendmood posted about an apparent new release from Jeffree Star Cosmetics, a brand that no, you shouldn't talk about in 2025. As said, values have changed, and I saw that post, and I was like, oh boy, the comments, they're going to be cinematic. And of course I was right. It was a riot in the comments. There were some positive ones from people that I knew nickname or like username wise, but I don't follow. So I was like, never follow you. And so many people ripping her apart for posting about this. She went private, the post got removed, and boom, back, nobody's talking about this. From what I remember, this is something that Trendmood is doing every now and then, and I feel like she's testing the waters if she can talk about Jeffree Star again. I don't know what's going on. Talking about makeup pages that talk about Jeffree Star, I don't know if you follow this, but there is this Instagram account called Glowscope. I think it's Glowscope. Yeah, Glowscope 1. What I want to say is that, first of all, this Glowscope person posts obvious screenshots from other creators aside from the new releases, which is completely fine, but you can see that some of these swatch videos, some of these likes, oh look the collection on my table posts, they are clearly screenshotted from stories from others. And then, not too long ago, they posted a review of a Jeffree Star palette. And what did I do? I commented and said that, not that your posts, let alone that were clearly uncredited screenshots are sus, now you're posting about this disgusting bullshit. And my comment got deleted and I was removed as a follower from her. So her Instagram handle is glow.scope1. Honestly, it's... I don't like that. Like, live with the criticism or just stand by that and say, hey, I still do like the brand. Then I can make my own decisions here, but I still think it's sus. And this behavior of like deleting comments and then removing me as a follower, weird. At least he didn't block me, but maybe I comment again. We will see. So many things like weird this week. Look at this. Do you know what this is? This is a screenshot from a Discord channel. This is the E.L.F Discord channel. The screenshot is not from me. The screenshot was posted by a user on Reddit and Beauty Guru Chatter. And what we are seeing here is actually a legal giveaway because E.L.F basically says in that posting here that if you purchase from their website and then put the receipt number and the receipt of purchase and send it to them, then you can enter the giveaway. As far as I know, and as far as a lot of people are also saying in the comments, this is a legal lottery what they are doing because they require a purchase and they're not offering you another free way to enter the giveaway. So this isn't a giveaway, this is lottery and this is illegal. Holy fucking shit, E.L.F. Like, they're really... Honestly, my conspiracy theory is that there is someone working at E.L.F that is doing this on purpose to tear them down. Because this is such a weird coincidence that in 2025, so many of their things went downhill. So I'm really shocked. And I know that in the Reddit comments, a lot of people said that they are going to report this and that they're going to report this to different bureaus where you can basically file a complaint against that. I don't know if the post is still up. I am not on Discord or Twitch, so I cannot justify that. But yeah, comments in the Reddit post, they confirmed that this is the real E.L.F account. So, holy fucking shit. Last but not least, let's talk about the Cleona Halloween launch. This is their pick their potion palette or pick your potion palette, and I am a little bit sad here because, first of all, this is once again a pre-order, which is fine, but if you're doing a Halloween launch, can you time your pre-order a little bit better because they will ship out end of November. Number two, this is once again one of those pre-made palettes with the smaller pads, and I commented this. I commented underneath the post, will you from now on always do these pre-made palettes with smaller pans. Single would have been better in my opinion, because when was the last time the Cleona really had singles release? They, in 2025, have been focusing on these palettes. They had the collab palette with Beaute Bar, which was also smaller pans. They had the, what was the other one called? The Scattered On Top of the World collection, again, a palette with smaller pans, and now this one. I scrolled through their Instagram account and I did not see really singles. They re-released, as far as I've seen, the Deep Sea Treasure palette as singles now to purchase, which is awesome, but again, nothing new. My Cleona palette that I have here, my third one, I have still 12 open, 12 or 18, I think 12 or 9. I have a couple free spaces in that and I want to fill them up. But if Cleona is now changing it and making now just smaller pans, they will never be open. So they will never be filled. I am a bit disappointed in the 2025 of Cleona, so I hope that next year it's going to be a little bit better. So that's actually everything that I have saved, and I saved honestly the best for last, but I don't have a photo because I don't need a photo. Also, either today or tomorrow, because I always mix up the time zones, the new Nomad Cosmetics Christmas palette is coming, and my video for this will go up tomorrow. I will give you 3 looks and my review, but let's take a look into this because the palette is just absolutely stunning. It is inspired by the German Christmas markets, and in my video we will also have a short language lesson on how to pronounce this. So I am very, 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 very happy about this palette. If you want to purchase this, if you want to prep for the release, I have a code with Nomad Cosmetics. It's ELLAKINKLEY for 10% off. Everything else code-wise is always in the description box down below, because there are some new partners actually. We have a new code with Gourmand Girls, which is also ELLAKINKLEY, and I'm also having now a code with Beaute Bar, which is also ELLAKINKLEY. So it's getting exciting here. All the codes are flying in just so you can save money. So that's everything for today. Thank you so much for joining. Please make sure to subscribe to miss any of the other upcoming videos, and I'll see you very, very soon. Actually tomorrow for the Nomad review.